A new polearm made, Bruce wields the devastating blade. It's a little slow to swing, but hopefully death it will bring. Not sure why I write these to rhyme, but it's fun, so I take the time. Bruce found a governor, hope he'll be good enough to look after the town over. That doesn't rhyme. Now he rides once more to the Mori. Will it be a memento mori? Hello and welcome back to Shokuho and the Dreams of Legends submod. Now, I have just been kind of relaxing. The soundtrack, this is something that isn't really spoken about a huge amount. Really, I guess. Is it? I don't know. But yeah, generally, the soundtrack for this mod is really relaxing. I don't know. You know, when you're just kind of, you know, sitting back in a town somewhere and you just have the wonderful music in the background. Yeah, really nice actually. I've just been kind of vibing the whole time here, and I've been attempting to do some smithing. Yeah, I'm actually doing some smithing because someone actually said maybe it's a cool idea to try and make a nagamaki. Nagamaki? I don't know how to say it, but there you go. We're going to try to make one of those. It's a polearm. It's a slashing polearm, but it has basically the same amount of damage that our Nodachi does, you see. Obviously, the swing speed is going to be a lot slower, but it might have more reach, and I think that could be extremely fun. We're also going to be attempting to upgrade our Umiyari. Obviously, someone also mentioned that might be a cool idea for us to try and see if we can... I don't know how to do it, but there are some mythological or mythic and fabled weapons in the game. And that's obviously due to the Dreams of Legends submod. And I was kind of thinking, hey, we probably want to get one of those. But anyway, as you see here, I do actually have a legendary solid Omiyari, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put that on, because that's obviously a lot better than what we were using. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say a lot better, but I would definitely say it is better, so we might as well, right? You know, might as well, because otherwise, well, what are we doing, you know? I was also thinking that maybe it would be really cool some point in the future, whenever maybe there's a new submod for Shokuho, or maybe we just want to play Shokuho sometime, you know, in the near future. I don't know when, but, you know, for another series, it might be really cool if we literally just focus on using a one-handed of some kind, because as you can see right here, this legendary, where did I put it? There it is. There we go. Legendary Red Karma. This is insanely fun to use, in my opinion, or at least it could be insanely fun to use, because look at the swing speed on this thing. 118 swing speed. I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's actually kind of bonkers if you think about it, because every other thing that you can use as a one-handed, I mean, a wakizashi, obviously, that's the only other thing that you're really going to be seeing here that is going to be, you know, kind of, you know, similar. But the Karma has piercing damage, doesn't it? Yeah. It does. It has piercing damage. Oh, I can imagine that this thing is going to be really strong if you actually do one-handed skill. You know, if you do one-handed skill and you literally become some kind of crazy duelist, you're going to have a great time. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to click a whole bunch. It's going to take me a long time to actually clear the entirety of my stuff in the smithing tree, but as you can see, I've been doing it for quite a while because I got loads and loads of resources here. But yeah, you could see here, look at this, look at how much stuff I actually have. It's pretty crazy. It's going to take me a while, so let's go. Alright, so basically we're done now, and I'm just going to click a little bit more here, and this is me literally clicking manually, by the way. This is not me using any kind of script or whatever, even though it would be really useful for me to get one of those scripts. But yeah, anyway, what we're going to do is we're now going to go over, this is the Karma, obviously, as you might expect. Let me actually just see this thing, because we may in fact be able to make something really cool in the future. Look at this. I can make this 121 swing speed. Obviously, this piercing damage is absolutely terrible. Why is it so bad, actually? Why is it so bad? What can I increase? Ah, there we go. Okay, so the rustic handle has the most damage. Kind of weird. 106 swing speed. Okay, so basically, if I can get this one, that's 114. That looks so dangerous, actually. It looks very, very dangerous. Okay, yeah, so this one is the most damaging. There we go. This one is the most damaging. So if I wanted to use a one-handed, then obviously that's what we do, but we're obviously not going to do that. So we're going to try to make a nagamaki here. What is this? Oh, it's a banner. Oh, all right. Okay. I was like, what? I don't think oh, there's another banner here actually as well. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that actually. Just goes to show how much I've explored this thing, right? Okay, so nagamaki. So this is what we're going to do. I'm literally just going to create a whole bunch of these. And what we're going to do is try to unlock the parts. And that should be pretty easy, right? That should be pretty easy. I mean, the funny thing is, I know a lot of people said that I can actually press enter during this. But this is what happens to me. When I do that, it just opens up the combat log. So it's not very useful, right? Yeah, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But can't really do much about it. So yeah, unfortunately we are going to run out of wood, so I'm going to actually need to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There you go. Okay, and I think we're probably just going to be doing the same thing. I'm not actually going to create any of these. Yeah, I'm just going to literally do this. Yeah, but you can see the weapon reach is actually 160 on this thing. I can imagine that if you get the right range, you're actually going to be in an incredible position, to be honest. Like, for example, get into a siege and get the right distance away from your opponent. You're probably going to just absolutely destroy pretty much everything in sight. So, yeah, there you go. All right, so we should have everything. Yep, there we go. Everything is now unlocked with the nagamaki. And so what we're going to do is going to try and see what we can do here. Let's have a look. Okay, 137. So it seems like the fable... Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is insane. Look at it. Look at how massive this blade is. It's crazy. Okay, I can actually... Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. If I make the blade longer, it reduces its damage. That's really weird. Okay, so let's reduce the length of the blade. And then we're going to just see... these are very minor changes. Going to just go for the worst one, because that reduces its weight, increases its handling and stuff like that. Let's have a look at the handle. Does the handle actually do anything significant? I kind of want to try to increase its swing speed as much as possible, but that doesn't seem to happen unless I change the size. So I think we're probably just going to go for the red one. Yep, go for the red one. There you go. It's got a 144 weapon reach, 140 swing damage. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Let's do it. This is actually kind of weird for me because usually I would not be doing this. Usually I try to get the biggest blade possible just purely because that's usually the way you get more damage, right? But yeah, anyway, let's just craft this. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, this is not a masterwork version or anything. I kind of want to get a masterwork version if at all possible. Got a balanced one. Balanced does increase its damage quite nicely, but I'm kind of hoping for... should I try and get a masterwork one? Is it going to be insanely difficult for me to get that? I'm assuming it is. Let me just do a little bit of something here. We obviously have a huge amount of materials, so we could potentially try for the masterwork. We do have a balanced one, obviously, so we don't really need to worry about... Oh, yeah, we need to find steel. Oh, okay, there we go. Done. Oh, no, we need more of these. Oh, see, this is when you really need Relentless Smith or something like that, but I don't believe that works with Shokuho. Maybe it does. Nowadays. I got a bent one. Are you serious? Come on now. Balanced. Wow, really, really unlucky. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do one more, and if I don't get a masterwork... No, okay, I didn't get a masterwork. That's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip this. And yeah, there it is. It is pretty... I feel like it's pretty nice. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty cool. And we're going to see what we can do here. I'm going to put that on instead of the Nodachi. And yeah, that's already locked. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that too much. And then we're going to be probably just smelting the rest. I got to be a little bit careful here, though, because you can smelt other stuff by mistake. Like that, for example. It literally just targets your stuff, your really, really good stuff randomly. which I'd prefer not, thank you. And there we go. All right. Nice, nice. Okay, so we are now ready. We are now ready to go on. I did actually level up massively in the previous episode with riding skill. Our riding skill was absolutely incredible. So what we've done is we got to 275. Yes, we got to 275. We got 2 perks. And obviously, Tough Steed is not bad, but Dauntless Steed is insanely good because +5 armor to all equipped armor pieces or mounted troops in your formation. Really, really great. And then we have the saddle, obviously just a standard damage boost, maneuverability, you know, blah, 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 you know, all that wonderful stuff. Then we do have an army really, really close by to us here. And obviously Odani, which seems pretty good, you know, seems pretty good for us. And the funny thing is with our new weapon, we might even be able to attack on horseback and actually do a relatively good job. Oh, I actually leveled up my steward skill. Let me have a look. Yeah, we want forced labor, of course. Prisoners in your party provide carry capacity as if they are standard troops. And you also gain 1% construction speed. Yeah, that doesn't actually help us that much. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Well, forced labor, I guess, is the way to go. And we'll just do a besieging. And it's going to take 18 days. Yeah, it's going to take 18 days. But the garrison has 500 troops. Almost 500 troops. So this should be a really, really nice way to go about it. Let's hope that we can do it. Alright, so here we go. This is going to be the siege. Unfortunately, we did have someone join us here. I say unfortunately because I kind of wanted to do this by myself, you know. I kind of feel like I could maybe handle it. I mean, we've got 500, right? 500 enemies now because the garrison has been starved out. It's actually kind of weird because it hasn't been the, you know, 10, 9, I don't know, however many days it was that they had supplies left over. It hasn't been that long. So I'm a little bit perplexed as to why that was, because sometimes the starvation mechanic kicks in a lot earlier than it normally would. So it's a little bit strange there. Maybe there's some stuff going on with the counter or whatever it is, but whatever the case, we are using our new weapon. Bear that in mind. Look at this weapon that we have right here. Look at this. Ooh, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. I like it. All right. Yeah, this is... thank you very much for the suggestion. I'm actually very much looking forward to utilizing this. I'd like to try and see if I can create an Omiyari much higher level, well, shall we say, higher tier Omiyari a little bit as well. That would be kind of nice. I'm not sure if there is a higher level. I think there probably is, but yeah, I'm probably going to have a good time trying that out. Now, let's see if I can do something here. Nice damage, nice damage. Okay, that's what we like to see. Can I do this? I am being shot. The guy is missing me. That's pretty nice. Okay, hello. Nice, good shot, good shot. And maybe we can... Gotta be a little bit careful here. Nice. And nice. There we go. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. We just need to make sure that we don't get absolutely obliterated by their arrows. Yeah, we're doing okay though. We're doing okay though, as we can clearly see here. Not too bad. And now I can use my new weapon. Unfortunately, yeah, the enemy is... Oh, no. My forces just stand there. I can't tell them to charge. Look at this. Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, dear. Okay, this is bad. This is bad news. All right. We're going to have to do something here. Don't get killed by that gunner. Oh, no. This is bad. Okay, I might actually die from this. Ah, yeah, I don't... Oh, no. The terrible nature of charging at an archer and he manages to shoot you in the face at the last possible moment. That generally does tend... Oh, hello. That's one of mine. Okay. I was like, who's this guy? Is he charging at us for some reason? And yes, he was. Okay, yeah, look at these guys. They're literally just standing here. What? Okay, we've got some weird goings on with our forces here. As you can see, the polearm is unfortunately quite a bit slower than we are used to, which is exactly the reason why I do think that having a one-handed would actually be insanely strong potentially, because if it has a significant swing speed, you're inevitably going to be able to just completely destroy the opponent. I am being shot to pieces right now, which is absolutely terrible. Look at this. They are so incredibly disciplined that they're able to shoot me while I'm running towards them with bloodlust in our eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, really. They're just very strong in that regard. Let's just kill that guy. Thank you very much. Okay, so, well, I don't even know what we can really do here. I mean, I guess I can just do a little bit of shooty shoot. There we go. We got this guy. There we go. And we've got that guy. Okay, yeah, there's a load of people. I don't even know where my forces are, to be honest. I mean, technically, the only people that should be alive in here are the Ashigaru, so it shouldn't be that difficult. But, yeah. Let's see. Nice. Okay, yeah, no, the polearm is actually coming into its own here. Because if you can slash through an entire group, because it has such a wide arc, right? Its arc is much wider, I believe, than the Nodachi, but obviously the speed of it is much slower. So it very much depends. Very much depends on what you want, because look at that. I can literally do this and be pretty happy with the cone of its attack. The frontal cone is, yeah, quite wide, like I said. So generally that does make a pretty big difference to your overall effectiveness, but depends. It depends on if you prefer speed or not. Let me just see if I can make sure these guys are not shooting at us. Oh, no, never mind. That guy was dead. Okay. So, anyone else? Yep, there we go. Get that guy. These guys, they're being very sneaky right here. Okay, thankfully, we are still alive, just about. Maybe I'm going to be able to do something. Yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah, let me get through. If I can get through here, this will be an absolute bloodbath. Oh, no, never mind. They're actually all running away. Alright, well, I don't blame them, to be honest. As you can see, massive damage. Wow. Yeah, maybe I need to move the kill feed. I might need to move the kill feed or something like that. Maybe install that mod again. Because it is quite dangerous. Yes, it's quite dangerous for us to kill so many, because then we can barely see anything. There we go. Oh, yeah, no, we've got a load of people over here. Yeah, no, I think I need... what I need to do is I need to get used to this. Yep, no, we're basically done. We are pretty much done now, and I gotta say, yeah, it's a nice weapon. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice weapon. It does lack a little bit of speed, but that is pretty much it. That's the only thing that we are really kind of hurting for at the moment. Obviously, it's not that bad, you know. The speed is pretty good, but it's not as fast as the Nodachi, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna let this guy go. We are rescuing this guy. Wow, we're rescuing quite a few people. Not too bad. We got 500 prisoners. Oh yeah, it's because of the starvation. Yes, it's because of the starvation of the opponent. Okay, so we can actually recruit a bunch of these prisoners as well, which means we now have the potential for even more high-tier troops, because the Hoku Riku guys are actually pretty nice. They're not too bad. And yeah, we're just going to basically take a whole bunch of the other the prisoners. Okay, you know what? I'll take all the prisoners. Usually I don't like doing this because, well, unless I'm a roguery spec, right? Unless I'm roguery, there really isn't much point in taking this many prisoners, because, yeah, okay, fine. It's going to get you gold and stuff like that, but we don't really need that. And the amount of time that it's going to take me to sell this stuff. Okay, let me actually just have a look here. Oh, this guy's got engineering. Hello there, sir. I will be recruiting you. He is one of the companions. added by the Dreams of Legends. Yes. So I'm very much looking forward to using him as a governor. That is going to be insanely good. Let's just sell all the Ashigaru here. There's loads of them, of course. And let me see. That should be good enough, right? I think that's good enough. Everyone else is samurai of some kind. Okay, yeah, so 6,000. We got 2 points in roguery. So, like I said, in my opinion, unless you're playing like a roguery spec or something like that, there really isn't much point in taking that many prisoners because it just takes way too long, and the shall we say efficiency from, you know, time to effort ratio, just it's not good enough, in my opinion at least. I mean, do we really care about that? Do I really care about? Probably not, right? Probably not. Anyway, let me see what I could do. We're gonna get rid of some saddles here, of course. They're a little bit too dangerous for us to keep. I'm gonna just get these guys out of the way. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, that's 3,800 by itself. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the question is, are we going to be awarded this? Probably not. But we can try it out. I mean, maybe they're gonna put me on the ticket because I do own a bunch of fiefs in this area, and if they do give me stuff, they're pretty generous. Wow, alright, so they are actually putting me on the ticket here, and I'm very surprised. Or maybe I shouldn't be. There are a lot of people that like us right now. There it is. Yeah, not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. We are at war against 2 different factions, by the way. Both of these guys are really bad, by the way, apart from... Oh, well, obviously the Mori are not bad, but this guy, yeah, he has... What? 1 castle remaining? Yeah, 1 castle remaining. Do you think we could do it before the war exhaustion comes in? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't want to speculate about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so we'll go with form-fitting armor, I suppose, and she's got 1 point to spend. For some reason, my companions are speccing their focus points, and I'm not entirely sure why they're doing that automatically. They shouldn't be doing that automatically, because I have auto allocation turned off. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying, really, because it means that they're now putting their focus points in random things that absolutely suck. So yeah. Anyway, this is 1,100. Odani is so much better than Prosperity, but the question is, which town needs more help? Well, this one obviously needs more help, right? So I think what we'll do is we will do a little bit of something here. I'm just going to literally queue up absolutely every single thing that we can, and I'm just going to put this guy here. As you can see, look at that, faster building production, 20%. How can I say no to that? And we're also getting 0.5 increased daily loyalty, which I have to admit is really nice. Also, obviously, security and all that stuff. Look at the benefits that we're going to be getting from this. The prosperity is going to be going up rather dramatically too. So I wish we had more companions like this guy, where we literally just have some guy that has really good steward and really good engineering and stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't say really good engineering, but this is the highest level engineer that I've seen in the entire time that I've been playing this, basically. So yeah, anyway, we are going to be attempting to take the last remaining castle if we can. And I'm gonna be, I'm just gonna be ransoming whoever asks me for the ransom, because I don't want to reduce my honor if I say no, if that is indeed what happens, because I actually don't even remember, because I haven't actually declined that in quite some time. Anyway, let's go into Kutsuki Castle, and we'll actually see, let's have a look. 8 days, okay, not too bad, and the garrison is literally 300. Wow, okay, this is going to be a lot easier than anticipated. Let's build some stuff. And it would be quite nice, actually, if we could go in by ourselves, because, well, I don't really want to split the renown. And, well, I guess that's it, yeah. I don't really want to split the renown. Alright, so it looks like what we're going to do now is we're going to get these wonderful braziers out. I personally feel like braziers are so good, and obviously I don't know what we're really going to be facing here. I don't know whether we're going to be facing, you know, what kind of layout we're going to get, but Someone told me in the comments that apparently the braziers and the fire arrows and so on and so forth actually work against the gates themselves, and that's just insane to me, because imagine being able to pretty much just take down the gate just with some fire arrows. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the AI even targets the gates with the fire arrows. I don't even know where do you get the fire arrows, because I wouldn't mind seeing if I could do it myself. Where do you get them? Are they around here somewhere? It doesn't seem like I can actually see them for some reason. Okay. Well, I'm kind of disappointed now that I can't do it myself, but I guess it's not too bad. I mean, we've got a bunch of really, really good troops, so I guess I should kind of just put my faith in them as much as possible. I mean, you can see here, we are, yeah, we are absolutely destroying the enemy. From range, at least. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be when we actually get into melee, but it should be okay, right? Should be fine. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, no, never mind. My forces are literally just hard workers. Look at that. They're doing great. Okay, I might die here, actually. I might die here really, really quickly, so I'm just warning you now. Nice. Ooh, nice hit. You have to be so much more deliberate with the polearm, because the way that it works is because it's so slow, you do need to be... It's a little bit less forgiving of mistakes. Let's just say that. Yes, I had to retreat a little bit there, because otherwise I'm going to be going in by myself, and that's not going to be particularly healthy. Yes, we're probably going to get ourselves absolutely murdered. Now, I'm actually wondering, what are my forces doing? Look at this. I don't think I have command over these guys. Do I? Yeah, no, I do have command over them. Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot that we actually don't have any, you know, allied vassals with us or anything like that, but yeah. This should be relatively easy then, because I could just tell my forces to charge in straight up. I believe that's all she wrote for me, unfortunately. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to hide here. I am literally just going to stand here. I am going to try to avoid being killed, because as soon as I die, there is a massive morale spike going in the other direction. And I want to try to make sure that my forces remain as steadfast as they possibly can be. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let our forces go and hope that they're going to be okay without me. I'm sure they'll be fine. And there it is. Not too bad. We did end up losing 12 troops, and yeah, we lost about 5 Hatamoto. That's not actually too bad. Yeah, that's all right. 5, you know, I'll take 5 for the elimination of a faction, right? I mean, yeah, this is the final one, of course. So we're just going to be letting these guys go in there. I have way too little HP. And we're going to be letting these guys go because you never know that maybe they're going to join us at some point. And again, there are a lot of, well, a lot of people that we could potentially take here. But the main problem, obviously, is that I don't really have, well, I guess I actually do have some space. Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I don't really want to take all of them because I'm very far away from a town. It's going to take me ages to get there. Well, shall we say it's going to take me ages to get there with a 1.0, you know, it's a 1.0 speed. And so here we go. Yeah, there it is. They have now been eliminated, completely eliminated. I will take this fief. I will take the fief. Usually I'm not a big fan of castles and stuff like that, but actually in Shokuho, it feels to me like taking a castle isn't actually as annoying as it would be in the base game. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. And now we are going to be getting a load of clans and so on and so forth that are going to be declaring war against us individually. But we don't need to worry about that too much, you know, because that's actually going to be, well, pretty chill. We can just, you know, wait here for some time. And, well, these fellows are not really going to be able to do much to us. There is a battlefield remains here. And I'm actually kind of wondering whether we want to do that. If we do, then it's going to be maybe a little bit problematic. I'm not sure. Let me see. What am I doing here? No, I don't have anything, unfortunately. My polearm skill is leveling up, and it's almost... Well, it's getting there. Let's just say that. It's getting there. Yeah, I actually need to get one more point in it. I think that's actually one of the reasons why we're not as effective with our polearm as we would be if we were using our two-handed, because the two-handed actually does gain its best perk at 250 rather than at 270. So yeah, that really makes a big difference. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, all of my... Wait. Yeah, no, Okayama is absolutely fine still. Okay, that's pretty crazy. I was... what is actually going on here? They've given me basically every single fief in the area. That is very weird to me. That is very, very weird. Alright, so I guess what we're going to do, considering the Mori are attacking us still, we are going to go over there and we're going to see what we can do. Well, hello there. It looks like we have 480 enemy troops, and we're going to be fighting them. This is going to be a little bit of a mess, I think. Maybe. It very much depends, obviously. Very much depends. If we can leverage our wonderful thrusting device, we will be fine. Yes, it will be very, very... Oh, this is... You know, I got to say... I feel like the battlefields in Shokuho are super, super fun to play on. Even though this literally just looks like a flat battlefield, flat plains battlefield, it feels better than that. I don't know. I guess it's just the environment, you know? The environment just looks great. Okay, so what we're going to do, put these guys like so. What is going on with my menu? Why is my menu a radial now? Okay, that's kind of a bit weird. There we go. Oh, no, wait. What? Really? Okay, usually I don't have it like that. Usually I have it as the bars, but okay, that's kind of weird. Alright. I guess I must have done it somehow, you know. Must have done that by mistake somehow, but there you go. Maybe it's the default setting and I just didn't notice until now, which is actually quite funny. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Do some massive damage straight up. Yeah, I mean, literally the damage that this new polearm does, even though there's only a very small smattering of increase, is actually quite dramatic. And that is basically, I'm pretty sure, okay, look, I don't like to call things way too early, right? But I'm going to say it right now. I feel like we are going to win this, like, relatively easily, just because the opponent is just getting absolutely slaughtered with their archers. Basically, nothing can really do anything to us right now. And I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in here, despite the fact that I don't really think that that's really going to make any difference. Because most of the time, our, well, cavalry, archers, pretty much any of these guys will do massive damage. And I mean, our composition is looking really nice as well. We've got a really good, for some reason, I think this happened randomly, but we've got a really good spread of types of units. Because look at this, we've got 37 infantry, 32 archers, and then 19 each of regular cavalry and horse archers. And generally, this was not my intent. I actually wanted to get more archers than this. I wanted about maybe 45 or so. Generally, I do feel as though archers are super effective because, let's face it, no shields, of course, makes a difference. But yeah, it's working. It's working really nice. And generally, I do feel as though the infantry, I think the infantry spread is pretty good too. So this might actually be the ideal composition for us right now. And yeah, we don't really need to worry too much because we're pretty good in sieges and also pretty good in field battles. I wouldn't say that we excel at either thing because obviously on the one hand, well, you know, if you want to excel at field battles, you probably need a whole bunch more mounted troops. But the thing is, we've got enough, right? Don't you think? I think we have enough, but it very much depends, as I say, on what you want to do. Oh, nice assassination of that guy. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. That is wonderful. That's exactly what we want to see because that's going to cause panic in the enemy ranks. Let's actually see. Are there any others? Do we actually see any other leaders? Because I would have expected these guys to be running away right now, or at the very least, their morale must be so low that they are going to be giving up any time. But that's what happens in the game. Basically, if there is an enemy lord on the field, they will just downright refuse to retreat, no matter what. But there you go. We did manage to achieve victory there, and we ended up losing 3. Really? Yeah. Look at that. I mean, that's exactly what happens, you see. That's exactly what happens when your enemy has such terrible units. That is exactly what is happening here. I'm not entirely sure if we should take these guys prisoner. I don't think we will. Because, okay, I'm gonna take people prisoner that are not good personalities, and I'm gonna execute those, okay? Because we haven't executed someone in quite some time, and generally, if we can execute the harsh, shall we say, harsher vassals, then I feel like that's probably going to be a pretty nice way to go about things, or at least I think so. Let's get some Odachi people here. Let's get some Yumi. There we go. Ah, yes. Someone actually mentioned in the comments, thank you very much for this, by the way. Someone said that the Axe Samurai, these guys, the Tosan Axe Samurai, are amazing when it comes to doing sieges and stuff like that, because as you can see, this guy has a two-handed axe, and it is a shorter length and does apparently pretty good damage. So I'm very much looking forward to trying them out. So I think what we're going to do is... wait a minute, what do I need to... Ah, yes, I need to level them up into this first. Okay, so let's do that. And then we have these guys. Okay, what do we want? Archers, gunners, or regulars? No, we don't want regulars because they only have Yaris. So we will just take horse archers instead. I don't have enough war mounts. Are you serious? Okay. It looks like I will have to go to a nearby town and hopefully buy some war mounts. I mean, I have a huge amount of money right now, right? Got a massive amount of money. So... let's have a look at Okayama, because this is my town, of course. And bear in mind that obviously we just increased the war exhaustion by a pretty great margin. This is one of the problems that we're going to have. Okay, no. Are you going to... he wants to attack me. Oh, no, he wants to literally go in. Oh, well, I wouldn't have made it anyway. Okay, this is quite funny. 600 people. I really wanted to go in there. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so we're going to increase our polearm skill. We finally leveled up, so that's pretty nice. And what we're also going to do is we're going to be getting the final point in control. There we go. Final point in control. Very nice. Technically, what you could do, by the way, is if you didn't want to put the final point in control here, you could respec out of athletics, I think. Yep. You could respec out of this, out of strong, and you could put it into steady instead. And that's obviously if you wanted to be as min-maxy as possible, but I can't be bothered to respec right now. But if you wanted to, I'm just giving you the information just in case you personally want to do that, where obviously if you have your vigor skills maxed out, I don't currently have polearm maxed out, but imagine if you had, you know, polearm at 278 as well as, you know, two-handed. I mean, technically you have to, I think the maximum is like 283, 284 or something along those lines. I actually can't remember, but the absolute maximum is around there. And so if you get to that point and then you respec out of steady, right, out of strong actually, and then you get steady instead, then you obviously get that final control point, and then you could put the attribute point that I just got into something different. So I could have put it into, for example, social. Well, I'm not actually very cunning apparently, but yeah, I have basically none of these skills. I don't have scouting, tactics, or roguery. But yes, social would be the way to go then, and I'd be able to increase my leadership a little bit more. But I don't know whether we really care about that too much. So I'm just giving you the options in case you are also creating a character that has a similar build. And there you go. Yeah, so otherwise, what I'm going to do is we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait for a little bit of time for these guys to decide on what they are planning, because it may very well be that they will just give up. But they have 965. The question is, should I, you know what? I'm actually going to try to do this. I'm not going to waste my time waiting for them. I'm actually just going to go ahead and take this particular castle here. I think we're going to have a great time. All right, so we're going to spec our child here. Little bit... The face is sending me a little bit here, but yes, we are going to be increasing her endurance by 2, and obviously social and control is going to be increased just by the random selection there, and there we have it. And now we're going to be making our way in. Now the question is, what do we want to do? Well, I think we're just going to create a bunch of braziers here. We're not really going to be going super special or anything like that, and I'm not even going to create a battering ram. I don't think it's actually necessary. I think we are going to be more than fine to just do what we need to do here. And, oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, they just got a mercenary band. Okay, that's kind of, maybe that's kind of unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure how we can really do anything about that, but yeah, anyway. Let's make our way in. Let's go straight on in. I'm not even going to wait. I'm not even going to wait for them to starve out or anything like that. There is just no point. Because there's so few in here, we should have a pretty easy time. But the question is that going to be the case? Well, this is actually pretty bad. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad. As you can see, this is one of the most dangerous fiefs that you can have for the offense, because you're going to inevitably get shot 1,000,000 times before you're able to really do much. So let's see if we can maybe get in here. Wow. Yeah, this is harsh. Yeah, so obviously, as you saw there, that's basically the only thing that this polearm is kind of not really very good at. Like, yeah, sure, it is obviously slow, right? It's much, much slower than the Nodachi, but the thing is, with the Nodachi, right, we already have 250 in the skill. So, of course, it is actually better just from a stats perspective because we have that skill already. Whereas the polearm, we don't. So once we get to 275, which I hope will be relatively quick, considering I now have that final, you know, focus point in polearms, that would be the way to go here. So if we can maybe get that, I'll be pretty pleased. That will mean that we can actually accurately analyze which one is actually better and not, you know. So from my perspective, I feel like the Nodachi is definitely going to be, I think, probably the weapon of choice if you're wanting to beat enemies, well, you know, kind of like in attack speed, pretty much. Like, yeah, obviously you want to do that because most of the time, if you're, like, for example, right now, obviously a shorter weapon would definitely do the business. But I guess we don't really need to worry too much because we are going to be achieving victory here. But the thing is, I think, I don't know. It feels to me like generally you're most likely going to want something that is, wow, 100 renown. Okay. What? We got 100 renown for this? Okay, I'm actually very surprised about that. All right. So, yeah, anyway, point is, if you want something that is going to be really, really good in duels, I'd probably say the Nodachi. If you're using a two-handed, obviously. If you're using a two-handed, then that's obviously great. I'm going to decline this. I don't really... I mean, yeah, sure, I don't really mind taking it or whatever, but yeah, you can see here that our forces... Oh, wow, they're actually going in. Okay, well, you know what? Considering they're going in and they're trying to defend my town, I'm going to come in there and actually help them out a little bit. And we also expanded our territory a little bit. I know that this used to be one of our fiefs, as far as I remember, and I believe it did get taken by this very army right here. Okay, so the question is, am I going to... Should I go in here right now? I think we should probably go in there right now. They're otherwise going to get defeated, I think, maybe. So what we're going to do is... We're going to get counterweight, because plus 15% handling of swingable polearms, that's actually really good, in my opinion. I feel like that's going to be really, really strong for us. Or at least I hope so. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And then, obviously, as you see here, we're going to get attack speed and damage with polearms above 250. So, that's going to be a significant increase in our effectiveness once we get that. So, I'm hopeful that we will get that relatively soon. Otherwise, we might have some issues. I kind of don't want to go in here just yet. But I feel like we have to. You know what? Let me just wait. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, now we can go in. I didn't really want to wait until we were, you know, basically 100% gonna win or whatever. I didn't really want to do that, but what I wanted to do was prioritize our companions being in the attack, because I kind of would have wanted them to be our generals and so on and so forth, you know, because you always want to make sure that you have as great of an advantage as possible, because you may think, oh yeah, these perks, they're not that effective, and yeah, some of them are basically useless, but there are those that are really, really good, and I'm talking about insanely good, so much so that you always want to make sure you have them. And, well, in this case, I kind of wanted to wait and see if I could maybe make that happen. Maybe get those guys on their feet. Do some massive damage here, if we can. Obviously, if I pass through enemies as well with our horse, we are going to be doing some pretty big damage, thanks to the fact that we do have that leveled up. Nice! Oh, yeah, we actually got his... We got his number. We got his number right there. He had no idea that we were dialing it in. Yeah, he's a Stargate. That's what's going on right there. He's a Stargate. We're just dialing it in. Get it? Yep. We're just dialing it in. It's a very old reference. they're coming back with a new series, actually, hilariously enough, if you care about that. They're actually making a new series of Stargate. I don't know how that's going to work, but should be pretty interesting, I guess. And otherwise, let's just see if we can... Wait a minute. Hello there. Okay, I don't really want to get shot and killed, but I have a bad feeling that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm moving way too slowly, by the way. I'm moving way too slowly. Okay, let me actually just have a look-see here. Let's just move these guys over there. Tell them to go a little bit separated. Tell these guys to go in. Tell these guys to go in as well. And I am at 1% HP. Just how it's, yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Oh, let me actually just kill this guy. Oh, look at that guy. He was literally just like, oh yes, I'm riding out here by myself. I am copying every single thing that I do. Yes, because of course, you know, the funny thing is, obviously, that's what I do. Get it? You know, I do that. And we were mocking him for it because, yes, he shouldn't be... Look at that guy. He's also dead. That's hilarious. What are these vassals doing? They're doing some crazy stuff. And this guy is going to be dying too. There we go. Wow, that's some massive damage right there. Thank you. And I believe... I mean, that is... There's no way. There's no way they're going to be achieving victory here. Not now. Yeah, let me just be careful here. I'm going to get shot. I'm just warning you now, okay? I am going to get shot. It's just a matter of time. Wow, that was special, wasn't it? That was really special. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this gunner, and then it was like, nope. Okay, so the enemy is actually coming in with a massive amount of reinforcements. Thankfully, these guys do seem to mostly be, as we know, Ashigaru. They are mostly that, so we shouldn't really have to worry too much. And I believe I can probably zoom. Yeah, I can probably zoom everything ahead here and be completely fine. And we're obviously, as you see here, getting massive amounts of medicine skill. Obviously, medicine is one of those... It's one of those skills that, yeah, even with Doctor's Oath, does tend to take quite some time to level up, which is, yeah, it's kind of sad. But eventually, you're going to get a massive payoff because it's going to get you that wonderful plus 25 to every single troop that you have in your party. There is no call for further bloodshed. Yes, there is no call for further bloodshed. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, that was a pretty nice one right there, and we're just going to take everything we can, and then we're going to move into Okayama because, as I said, I did want to purchase some war mounts. Can you imagine that I remembered? Wow, yeah, I know. Oh, they have two. All right, they only have two. Are you serious? Okay, that's quite funny. All right, well, there you go. That's how it works. Okay, so let's sell some of this. Obviously, this is going to be basically bankrupting. Well, yeah, bankrupting the marketplace in basically no time. Let's take a look here. Okay, so yeah, this guy is not doing very well, as you could see. This guy is not doing very well at all. So much so that the I mean, the construction is okay, but look at this: 46 days it's going to take. And look at the loyalty, the food situation. The food situation is absolutely terrible. So I think what we're going to have to do is actually go in here and give them some food, because obviously they were just under siege. So I suppose that might indeed be the reason why they're having issues. So let me just give them some rice, I guess. Actually, wait a minute. They have a bunch. What? They have a bunch of food in the marketplace. So why is that happening? Okay, that's a little bit weird, but oh well, never mind. Okay, new owner of Kouzan Castle. They're actually wanting to give it to this guy. Okay, that's actually perfect. So let's give it to him. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't really want more fiefs. You can see here I'm literally owning so many fiefs right now. Personally, for me, I feel like I maybe own too many, but there you go. We're making peace with the Takeda clan right there. Actually, Mori clan, not Takeda clan. The Takeda clan is making peace with them. We got 88,000. Really? We got 88,000 from that war exhaustion. Wow, that war exhaustion settlement. That is crazy good. I like that. Okay, do I get anything? Yeah, we got 200. Okay, we're going to go for Physician of People, I suppose. 30% chance to recover from lethal wounds for tier 1 and plus. Ugh. Yeah, well, I guess that's basically the only thing that we can really do. The other thing is a governor-only perk. So it's not going to be particularly useful, but Otherwise, anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. We're no longer at war against anyone. So I guess we'll see who our next target is going to be in a short amount of time. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.